My name's Tim Shaw, and I'm nominating Lena Cox for the Silverberg Leadership Award for EL.
Okay, thank you. So, what are your favorite qualities about Ms. Cox as principal here in the middle school?
I've taught at several schools. I've been teaching for 14 years, and I have never worked for a principal that knows the students as well as she does. So I previously taught in New York City at a school, 2 schools in Baltimore City. I taught in upstate New York in a rural area. Then I taught in another school in DC, and when I came here is the first experience I've had with a principal who engages and interacts with all of the students on the floor every day. And that just really changes the environment a lot. I'm used to a principal being in their office doing paperwork and not really interacting with the staff or students very often. And I think that what that has done is created a more of a sort of a middle school family that we have here, where we see her interacting with kids. She's modeling the expectation of what it is to be an educator in this building and showing how it is to interact with kids and how important that is to the work that we do every day.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. How has Ms. Cox specifically impacted your professional development as a teacher here, especially in the EL model?
There's like a couple of things. When I met Lena, a couple of things she said that stood out to me. One, I was early, and she said, "Oh, good, you're early, because if you're not early, you're late." And that was a good thing that I just remember standing out. But then the second thing that she said after we kind of got to know each other a little bit, after a few months, just about some of the previous experience I'd had. I had a lot of baggage professionally coming into this building and, trying to figure out and navigate. I was like a bruised and battered teacher that had been through a lot of systems that didn't really support and prop up teacher success. It didn't professionally develop them. And, she said to me, sometimes you have to find out where you don't belong in order to figure out where you do belong. And I definitely had that experience. And then when I came here, I just felt invested in for the first time in my career, and I'd been teaching for 10 years. I was used to feeling sort of dismissed, feeling not heard. I was used to feeling like I just had to do things that checked off boxes, and when I came here, things were done intentionally. I got to go to multiple professional developments my first year. She sent me to the national conference right away. I went to the National Teaching and Learning Conference here in DC. Just created pathways for leadership and for me to grow. And I grew more in the 4 years I've been here than I did in the 10 years previously that I taught. Mm-hmm. So she's just played a phenomenal role and rescued me, I would say, from, just being a teacher, and kind of allowed me to flourish and become more of an educator.
Okay. Thank you very much.